Hi guys, my name is Elisha and welcome to the very first video of 2018. How the hell is it already 2018? I don't know and I don't understand it and I don't get how time goes by so quickly, and it's like it feels like it was just turning 2017, and yet the first day of 2018 is almost over. I think there's like maybe 2 hours left. I'm currently in my pajamas. I currently have no makeup on, and I just dyed my hair purple again, so it is freshly dyed. Anyways, I have to go to work tonight. I have been working seasonal for Forever 21. This is my second time working at Forever 21. And this is my last week. I want to finally put into action my dreams and what I say I want, and when I always say, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, but yet I don't put it into actions, and I don't. It is completely my fault that I am where I'm at today on YouTube, because it's not that I don't have the support. I do. Those of you that support me so much. It means so much to me, and it's always so comforting to know that just one person cares about me enough to watch a 30-minute video of me. But I really want to document this year, and I've been wanting to since I've started doing YouTube. I've gone on, plenty of times where I vlogged for months on every day, and then I stop, or start vlogging every day again, and then I stop. And usually whenever I leave YouTube, it is because I'm going through something personal in my life. Who doesn't? We all do. But I choose to refrain from displaying what's going on in my life on YouTube. And I don't want to do that this year, because I know that what I go through, my trials, and the things that I experience in life, I'm not the only one. We all have a story, and we all have a story to share. And I want to share my story with you guys. So starting today, I'm going to start doing that. I don't exactly know how I'm going to make this an everyday, if I'm going to do vlogging, if I'm going to sit down and talk to you guys. I currently have no makeup on because I'm going to work later, and I kind of want my makeup to be a little fresh. I used to be one of those YouTubers that had to have my hair and makeup done in order to do a video. And now, I don't, because that's not what's important. What is important, my message and what you guys get from my videos is spending time with me. I don't have a certain type of genre videos. I do a little bit of everything, but basically, I am just here to share my story and share my truth, and that is all that I can do. And so that's what I want to do, because this past year was so difficult and hard, and that was the other reason why I didn't want to do makeup yet, because I've been crying off and on. I was watching Oprah's, I think it's called Oprah's 50 aha moments, and I'll link it below. If you've never watched it, I guarantee you there's going to be one story in there you and totally touch you, and God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is going to speak to you directly. And within a couple of minutes of the video, I was crying, because it was exactly what I'm going through internally. And 2017 was really, really bad. The first thing off bat was I lost in total 5 people that I love. Started off with my aunt, and I count her, even though she was in December, I still count her in for 2017, because it was just it was only a couple of weeks prior to the new year before she passed away. But yeah, my cousin, he was 20 and was hit by a car right in front of his house, when all my immediate family, all my cousins, relatives, my cousins from Oregon, were here visiting to do a funeral service for their mom that had just passed away. And unfortunately, my cousin was hit by a car, and we all witnessed his death, and it was very traumatizing to see, especially talking to him just prior to that, like maybe 30 minutes into that happening, talking to him about his childhood and my childhood, and if he remembers my grandparents, and him talking to me about who he does remember, and remembering me and remembering my dad, and 20 minutes later his life was taken away from him, and I was a witness to that. After that, shortly after that, my best friend, those two people that passed away back to back, both of their passings were very traumatizing for me. I've dealt with losing loved ones a lot throughout my life, and so it wasn't like it was the first time. Some people have never experienced it. But for those of you that have, I just want you to know that there is no time limit on mourning the person you lost. There's no right or wrong way to do it. And it really is not a true statement that time heals, because it doesn't. It feels like it just happened yesterday or today, even though it was a couple of years ago or 15 years ago. And everybody deals with death differently. But either way, my best friend had passed away. What was hard about that one was that I was the last one to see her alive, and then I was also the last one to see her when the coroner's office took her picture up. And that was really hard. That was a hard one. And it's still so bizarre to me that she's not here. It's gonna be a year in 4 months, and I still have all of her text messages. I still have her phone number on speed dial. Sorry guys, that's not what this video is about. This video is just basically here to tell you guys that I don't know what each video is going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to be vlogging, if I'm going to decide to talk about something specifically, if it's going to be showing you what I'm going through that day and take you along with me, or if I do makeup, or I do an advice, video, or whatever it may be. I just want to document my life, because this year I have decided to make some really big changes because of experiencing all those deaths. And of course my best friend wasn't the last one. Right after her, one of my best friends, who's like a brother to me, his mom passed away, and I was there for that too, ironically, and I was very close with her as well. And then just recently, a friend of mine I went to college with passed away. So it's a reminder of how fragile, how short life is. 2017 was the hardest year of my life so far. Even with me having 52 surgeries by the age of 15, 2017 was the worst year of my life. I couldn't speak upon something that was really, really going on until I was for sure that it was really happening. And now I'm again 100% sure that I spoke about it. People got confused, and then people got mad at me because I went back on my word. And now I'm here to set the story straight. So in between all that, I'm also suffering through my depression, anxiety, stuff like that. I was in no headspace to work. I was not working. And so financially, things got rough. But then aside from that, I was just in a very bad place. I was just very sad, very lonely, very, in a very dark, emotional place. And if I didn't have anything to do or go anywhere that day, I stood in bed. There were a lot of times throughout the year that I spent days, weeks in bed. I didn't leave my house for like 2 weeks. I wouldn't even drive my car. I wouldn't do anything. I would just watch YouTube, be in bed, and be depressed. So 2017 was very hard. And on top of that, I was going through a lot of hardships in my marriage. I met Marcus when I was 19. And we were officially together at the age of 21. And I've been with him ever since I was 21. And he's been the only relationship that I've had. And it was very hard because I didn't have any friends to talk to about this with. And that's the other thing, is that not only losing people, I not only lost people by death, I lost people because they chose to walk out of my life. So a big reason was because of my relationship with my husband. I lost my best friend, who didn't want to be around me because she couldn't tolerate the drama that came along with my relationship. My other best friend, who I had for 15, 16 years, that I met right out of high school, and we were inseparable, just randomly doesn't ever call me again after I called to tell her that my cousin passed away. And I saw him pass away, and I watched him die in front of me while the paramedics are trying to revive him. And her response was, "Oh yeah, I saw your post on Facebook, but you didn't call me." And that conversation really hurt. I didn't say anything to her. I didn't tell her that hurt my feelings. I just told her it would have been nice for you to call me. And after that, I never heard from her again. So yesterday actually made a full year that I have not seen her. And I have no idea why we're no longer friends. I have no idea why she doesn't want to talk to me. She recently got engaged. I texted her. I congratulated her. I miss her a lot. But I know that we all change. And I'm not going to force people to be in my life that don't want to be there. I'm done with that. You either want to be here with me because you love me, you enjoy being around me, and then hopefully some small way I'm able to be a blessing to your life. Another big person, another relationship I lost was, this one's the hardest one, and this is what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying very hard this year to at least make the relationships that I lost, to at least amend them. One of them was my cousin. She was the one person that I knew and that would tell me all the time. She would always tell me, you know that no matter what you were going through, no matter where you're at in life, if you're 5 hours away from me and you need my help, I will be right there as soon as you call me. And this year she decided to cut me out of her life. And the reason for that was because the house that I lived in all 2017, the end of 2016 going into 2018, I just moved out 2 months ago. Most of you know that. The house that I was living in was her ex's house that he owned, and I was renting it from him. Now, she felt betrayed by me because I was renting from her ex, and they were having their own issues, and I felt that was very unfair because he was like a cousin to me. I grew up with him. I met him when I was 16, 15 years old, and he was my cousin just as much as she was my cousin. But unfortunately, she did not see it that way, and she gave me a choice. She gave me an ultimatum, and said it's either me or him. And I didn't see it that way. I saw that it was either a place to live or her. And I begged her, please, to not make me make that decision. And so by me living in that house, I lost her, as well as the rest of my family. I was pretty much disowned, and I haven't seen my family in over a year. I haven't heard from them. They haven't tried to talk to me or ask me what my side of the story is, and they probably don't care. And so a big part of 2018 is me just filtering out people because I'm already alone and just focusing on myself. But the one person that I did have to leave and the one person that I do have to let go of going into 2018 is Marcus. And I decided that a couple months ago, much as I hope that things are going to change and things will work out and we will end up getting back on our feet and end up getting back together, God just consistently shows me that it's better for us to be alone. God just keeps showing me that as much as I want to save what I had with him, and as much as I feel like I failed because I put all my adult life into this one relationship, God is letting me know in so many ways that it's time to let go. You know, a couple months back when we were separated and living together for about 4 months, we were separated, but we were still living together. And so it was a little easier, and I didn't really miss him because I still saw him every day. And that actually was that was very toxic, you know. We were both hurting each other. It was a bad situation. Now, we haven't lived together in 2 months. I've been alone. I actually haven't seen him in a couple of weeks now, and I know that I need to give him space and that we both need to heal. Even though I will, probably, but I know that that my marriage and my relationship with him is done. So I've just been learning to deal with how to be alone and how to be single. It's bittersweet. I miss being a wife. I miss the things that come along with being a wife. I miss the comfort of a home and, having a Netflix night together and binge watching TV shows, eating dinners together. I miss all that stuff. But at the same time, my relationship with him was so toxic and so bad, and we were both just so unhappy for many reasons. And I'm hoping that as this year continues, that I can share my story with that part of my life, because it was a big part of my life that I'm trying my best to share my story and tell my truth without telling somebody else's story, because it's really not my place to say everything, because then it's just kind of one-sided. I don't really know what's next, and so in order for you guys to find out, and if you guys want to find out, you gotta keep on watching, because I really don't know what's next to come. I have some ideas, I have some options, and honestly, all I can do is just trust the process and go wherever God leads me, because I've learned the hard way. Yes, he will let you go your way, but at the end of it, you're going to get burned, you're going to get hurt, and I don't want that to happen anymore. I've gone through it. I've experienced enough pain emotionally, physically, and I don't want to hurt myself or anyone else anymore. And this year is my year to heal, to be the best version of myself, and to shine, and to help others. and to love others and to encourage others and to not be stuck in my depression. I thank you guys for listening. I always cry. You guys always make me cry. No, it's because, you think this stuff in your head, but then when you actually say it out loud, I don't cry very often. But yeah, whenever I get on camera, I end up crying. So it's very therapeutic for me as well, and it's my version of a diary and like a documentary of my life, So, I love those of you that support me when I'm up and when I'm down. You guys are amazing, and I want to thank you guys so much. You guys have stuck by my side through all of it, and I just want to thank you. So thank you for watching today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow. I promise. I will. I love you guys, and don't forget to remember to always be your own kind of beautiful, because you are beautiful just the way you are. And may 2018 be the best year yet for all of us.